Hey guys, and welcome back to Mischief Maker TV. Now, since moving to the USA from the UK, there have been a number of firsts for me with stuff that you just can't do in the UK. And today is no exception. I have one word for you.
God bless America.
America.
Land that I love.
Okay, so as you can tell, I'm here with Morgan right there.
Hello.
And we are driving up the rest of this hill to place some targets.
That's right.
We're going shooting today.
Woo, pew pew.
Pew pew. Pew pew. I have never pew pewed before, ever.
We have to remedy that.
Ah, I know. So today is the day. So when I said America, I really did mean America. So Morgan knows what he's doing. I have no idea what's happening right now. Is this a good place for the first target?
I'm gonna check that out real quick.
Okay.
So you're good right where you are for the minute.
Awesome. So, shooting for the first time. Now, I have done some skeet shooting, aka clay pigeon shooting. No one has guns in the UK. Like, I'm pretty sure they do in the black market, whatever, but it's not like a normal thing. So when these guys last night around the campfire were talking about shooting and going shooting, and I'm like, oh, you must go to a shooting range. They're like, no, we can go like straight up the road. Straight up the road? Are you being serious right now? They're like, yeah, it's BML land. It's fine. You can go shooting. And I was like, of course you can. Of course you can here. It's America. Of course you can. So they are taking me on my first outing of shooting. So let's see how this goes.
So this is the 2x4 that I hang my targets from, and you can see how destroyed it is. All of this is from the bullet fragments. When the bullet hits the steel plate, it shatters into dozens of pieces, right? And just kind of explodes like a little firework kind of thing. And that's what all this, the chewed up stuff is from. You can see all the hash marks, and then even where it's gray, that's the lead from the bullet.
Oh, it is?
Some of this is spray paint, but you can see how it's gray, the little gray spots. That's the lead from the bullet kind of rubbing off on the wood. And you can see how it chews up the wood because the bullet fragments explode and just
does.
Like this little thing, that's a little bullet fragment, little piece of lead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Tiny though, so your bullet will shatter into just dozens of these little fragments and it becomes harmless at that point. This is a very, very easy target to set up. You get this little bracket and slide the legs on.
Legit,
Your
just put that in
2x4
there.
just kind of slides right in and it sits there. And this stuff is very cheap. You know, you can get these legs for 10 bucks for 2 of them at the hardware store. So if you happen to shoot it like this.
Oh, what?
The bullet came in here and then punched out the back side there.
Damn. Now I wonder if I'm actually going to be any good at this. I'm okay at skeet shooting. Like, kind of. It's either a hit or a miss. 9 times out of 10 I'm pretty good though. With the clay like running on the ground, I can do that pretty well. Ooh. So I'm kind of fearless, right? You know, I never say no to anything. I always try everything once, yada yada. But this is like, these things kill people every single day.
So this is the AR-15 that shoots the slightly taller round, and this one is shooting the 22 long rifle bullets. Tiny little things. That's it. So that's a 22 long rifle. Virtually no recoil, not very loud. And so the guns look very similar, but they shoot very different ammunition. Yeah.
I'm like Tomb Raider ready.
So we're always assuming that it's loaded, right? Till we check it otherwise. It's on safe. See, there's no magazine in it.
Okay.
And I can lock back the slide, and you can actually look in the barrel where the bullet would go.
Okay.
And so I can see that there's nothing in the magazine well.
Right.
And there's no bullet in it, so it is unloaded.
Okay.
Always check that. Even if I hand you this and said, here, hold this, you check it too. You don't ever want to take my word for it. That way you don't have to yell at each other on the range, and it kind of helps safety, you know, if you have to yell stop or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can hear him perfectly through these, by the way.
Yeah.
Completely.
You can hear the little...
Yeah. Little scratchy.
Yeah.
These guys just seem so unimpressed. They're just like, we're out shooting for a couple of minutes or whatever. Mark, I told you. Okay. Oh, all right. Interesting. Hearing things all the time, but I'm making them up.
No, that's the echo off the mountain of the gunshot. Okay, so you're out. Sometimes they misfire, sometimes it jams, like you just don't know. So we're gonna check it, right?
Okay.
So we take the magazine out.
Yeah.
We're gonna rotate this over to the side, and now you can take a look in the chamber.
Oh yeah.
See, that's where the bullet goes in that little hole.
Okay.
So you have nothing in the magazine well, and there's nothing in the chamber.
Cool.
So you are clear and safe.
Clear and safe.
High five.
This is so cool. This really does look like a toy as well. It does.
Well, it's made out of plastic.
Yeah, that's
So it's very lightweight, very easy to shoot. A gun very similar to this is what I learned to shoot on as a little kid, because there's no recoil, it's not loud, it doesn't hurt, it's not scary, you know, it's very, very easy, you know. You ready to take it to the next level?
Yeah, always.
All right, I'll trade you.
Level
I'll
up.
take this one.
Level up. Level up. Level up.
Gosh. So here's a magazine for the AR-15 loaded with the 223 rounds.
Yeah.
It's the same diameter bullet as the rifle you just shot, but it's a little bit longer and the projectile's a little heavier, but it's got a lot more gunpowder. So it's going to come out of the barrel and make a much louder noise,
Okay.
which is very satisfying.
Okay.
And the bullet goes a lot faster. So
Ooh.
this is going to be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
We're on safe.
Okay.
There's no magazine. Let me lock the slide back. And I can see into the chamber. There's no bullet. Would you agree? We're unloaded?
Yes.
Perfect. Just feel how heavy this is compared to the other one. Noticeably different, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is why we kind of sit down and it's nice and easy to shoot.
Okay. Yeah, that is like a heavy boy.
Right?
Okay.
Now go ahead and put up to your shoulder and take a look through the scope, and you can see there's a little different there. Let me grab the rest real quick.
Okay. He's leaving me armed but unarmed.
Yep.
Don't move.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and have a seat.
Okay, perfect. Can I put this down here?
Sure. You can put that down, and we'll get you set up with the chair and make sure that you're all comfortable. So the way you're gonna shoot this is get this stock right into your shoulder, and then this hand can come up here, and you can even put it right on top.
Okay.
And kind of hold it on the sandbag, or you can hold it here, whatever's kind of comfortable for you.
How's that feel?
Oh, it feels good.
Pull it.
Ooh, okay.
There you go. So you just load it around.
Yep.
So when you go to fire and pull the trigger, it's gonna shoot.
Okay.
I will get out of the way to your side over here.
Okay.
Bullseye. Bullseye.
Ooh, it smells so good too.
Gunpowder, right?
This is so much fun. It's
I
like
love
making
it.
music.
I'm happy that you're having fun.
Oh no.
Oh, are we out? Let's double
Yeah.
check. We still have some rounds left,
Oh.
so we kind of have to troubleshoot what's going on.
Stovepipe.
See what happened? Yeah, it's called a stovepipe because it comes out of the gun and it just looks like a stovepipe chimney, right? We still got, I don't know, several.
Okay.
So we're gonna load and make ready again, but
But
now
watch
put it
that.
on safe because that should work now that the bolt's closed. Perfect.
Yes. Okay.
And then you can twist the gun if you need to get the magazine in the well. Give it a nice tap. Perfect.
It's in there?
Yeah, if you can't pull it out, you
Okay.
did well.
Okay.
And then when you go to fire and pull the trigger, you're shooting again. Back to safe.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take the bag off.
That just
And you
pulls
just sit down,
off?
it just pulls off. Yep.
Okay.
And then drop the magazine out. There you go. And then you can just set that down.
Okay.
And then we're looking in the side,
Yeah.
right? No magazine, and you can see down the barrel where the bullet would go, so there's no round in the chamber. So you're clear and safe. There were 30 rounds in that, and I think you hit 29 out of 30. That was
Nice.
amazing.
That's not too shabby.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
Way to go.
Yes. Now your
Oh, come
targets
back
aren't
here
white
and
anymore.
check out what you did. You put a phone up to it.
That is pretty wicked. A little round one. I got like right in the middle.
Now you remember everything you were just taught?
Well, I hope so.
Okay, we'll watch. Go ahead and load and make ready. We'll get our ears on.
Okay. Oh yeah, my ears.
Ears,
Oh
get
wait,
your ears on.
I can drop.
You
this
got the
off.
sling, right? Yeah, and that's why we have those.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, we got all ears on. We're all ready, so go ahead and load and make ready.
This is what COVID does. It shuts down your gyms and then you lose all of your power. Terrible.
You look the part though. I mean,
Thanks.
you got the nice stance. You leaned into it a little bit. It's perfect. It's great.
You can make me blush. Don't say that.
Good. We'll make it American out of you yet.
Wow, it's so cool. I'm not scared of it at all. And I think once I've been to the good old gymnasium again and I've built my arms up again, I'll be able to hold it, but I could just feel, I could kind of see the target and then I was like, oh no, I need to get it up. Oh no. And then I just kind of squeezed the trigger and went womp. Then go ping.
Bang.
Went wow. I love it. I love it too. It's awesome. It's really cool. Wow. What an experience.
We're only half done.
Wow. Okay.
We done rifles. Now we've got pistols.
Just did some rifle shooting and it was pretty cool, to be honest with you. I really thought I was going to be a little bit of afraid, but not at all. So it is the surface of the sun, and I'm in all black, and I'm hiking up this little mountainside to spray paint the targets again. Look at that. I know, I don't know how to get the GoPro out of here. Look at that. Oh, sick. And look at this one. Oh, I think I got this a little bit. So I actually did better, really, on the smaller one. Let's go watch Val though. Super Val. What a woman. Only Val, who was stomped by a horse, would be out shooting. That's all I'm saying. Superwoman. Super Val. And then there was none. Oh, wow, you can see everything.
Uh-huh.
So now we have Morgan.
So I'm gonna try this standing up. It's a little bit harder.
You just have to show off.
Show off. Show off. Show off. I'm just joking.
All right.
Oh, he got it. Okay, now we're going on to handguns, right?
Yeah.
And this is the difference.
Yeah, so these are 9mm.
Okay.
One of them is just a regular 115 grain
Yep.
metal jacket, and then this one's a hollow point, like a self-defense round.
Cool.
And that's the difference. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, this is a compact, and this is, that might be considered a compact also, but
Yeah, it's
still a little bit bigger. So this is the frame. This is the slide.
It's so
The slide
crazy.
is the part that slides.
This doesn't even feel like real.
No,
Does that sound silly?
not. So what you do is you have this little recoil spring here that comes out, and there's the barrel, and that's it. That's the gun all broken down. That's all there is to it. And then the slide comes on, and you have to pull this all the way back. It's a little tricky. Pull this all the way back to right here. That goes forward, and then you're back in business.
Slider or the magazine release,
Okay.
and then that's to clear it. Make sure everything's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what Morgan said. Always see, it's got a little spot for another button there. Put your finger there. That way, when you close this, you want to be very careful not to get your fingers up in here, because it will pinch you and you will hate life later.
Okay.
Cool. And then let's see. Cool. It's all about how your hand feels with the gun.
Okay.
So, like I was telling you earlier, you want to have your legs apart,
Mm-hmm.
bend your knees, stick your butt out, and then your recoil's all going to be in your elbows here.
Okay. No.
Mm-mm.
This.
Shoulders.
Well,
You want your elbows out, nice and locked.
I don't like mine locked.
They need to be. Well,
How do you feel about that, Morgan?
yeah.
About that
I like the elbows locked, and you kind of roll your shoulders a little bit forward into it, and the recoil's kind of in your shoulders. It helps with the follow-up shots, getting that second shot back on target
That's
a little
true.
quicker. If you recoil with your elbows, it's going to be a little bit longer between shots.
This one's got a double trigger on it also. That's the safety on it, basically. So if you zoom in, you have to pull all of the, so there's a little button right there.
Yeah.
Then you got to squeeze the trigger back. And that's your safety on this one.
Oh, that
Basically.
seems a little more complicated.
Yeah. Actually, no, with the Glock, it's fairly,
Right.
fairly easy.
I
These
mean,
are
that
very,
one you
very
can throw in the
simple.
dirt
Yeah,
and
this
just
one you can throw in the
use.
dirt. This one's basically valve proof. So yeah, this
Right.
one's a Glock 19, and each of the Glocks have different size numbers on them.
Okay.
So this one's one of the bigger ones. They do have ones very similar to what the size of Morgan's Smith and Wesson is.
Thank you. Thank you. Super
But yeah, I went with the bigger one just because this one was more for self-defense around the house when I lived in Evergreen.
Okay.
Mainly because we always had bears and mountain lions and all kinds of other critters.
No.
So that's why I got this one. This was actually the first gun I purchased. I've got 4 others that we don't have right now with us.
So what do you never do with your thumb, Val? In there,
Yeah,
but
you don't want to
not
get your
the
finger
grip?
in the slide.
The grip.
Yes.
Grip.
Yes.
This is very important.
This is very important. Side
So
by
see
side.
how Val's thumbs are nice and together?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Because
Yes.
then that slide comes back. If her left thumb was on top of her hand,
Oh,
show her the
gotcha.
wrong way to do it with your thumb behind
Yeah.
the slide.
Oh.
Like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The
bad.
slide can take your thumb off and rip your tendons.
Yep.
And
Oh.
Yep.
you can really, really injure yourself. Like hold your thumb over like that.
Yeah.
The slide's gonna come back and knock you right here.
Bad.
So thumbs together.
Thumbs together.
Thumbs together.
Down
Beautiful.
the stalk. Yep.
Good grip.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Let's do this.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, so we're going to rack the magazine. Always put the copper end of the bullet facing forward in the magazine. Slide it in. That's not going anywhere. But you gotta, this is not like a cute and adorable thing. You gotta like actually whack it.
Okay.
Cool. And then when you go to actually fire, you're gonna, it's not cocked yet.
Okay.
So you have to cock it. Now it's ready to fire.
So you pull it back.
Yep. And when you pull it back, you want your hand on the top like this
Okay.
and to pull it straight back.
Okay.
And remember, keep it out of that area that can slice you. So, and then to take the round out or the magazine out, you push this button right here, pull the magazines out. Remember, we already chambered around. If you want to get rid of it, there it's on the ground. So it's magazine.
Okay. Never heard of a clip, so we're good.
Good. Excellent.
Magazine, the type you don't read.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
So how you put the bullets in here is you take this and shove it down and then slide it back.
It's kind of like putting a battery in.
Yep.
Ish. Oh.
Use your thumb the other way. Yep.
Can I use the other hand?
Yep.
That'd be easier.
There you go. Push the butt down. There you go.
Oh, and then just.
Just slide it in.
Oh, and then it's in.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty simple. Maybe 12. No. Oh, how many did I load? I don't know. You're almost full.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, it came out!
So remember, you put this one in last, so the other one.
Oh, it has to go on
that
this side.
Yep.
Okay, wow.
We got this. Don't worry about it.
First time.
You're doing awesome.
Yeah.
We're
this is
teaching you all
cool.
kinds of stuff when you're hanging out in the cherry orchard.
I know.
Alright.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Game on.
Go for it, Val.
You can go ahead and load and make ready. This one, nice.
Oh, no.
See, that one takes a nice hard little click.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. And then, flip off.
Yep, push pull.
Okay, we're live.
Okay.
Now
me
you
to
have
go
this thumb
first?
safety you have to sweep off.
Yep. Val, would you like to go first?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really get after it. There you go. That probably did it. Beautiful. Nice. Very nice.
Right.
Oh.
Go. have you in Charlie's Angels in no time.
I just need to get rid of the COVID-30 first. And then I'm ready to rock and roll.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that. You put one right in the center in the red.
I know. Let's go check this out. Pew, 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 pew. Morgan,
Yeah. Good job, Holly.
you're amazing.
I'm impressed.
Thank you so much. It's all about the
Absolutely.
teacher. I'm not even joking. Wow, that's so cool.
There's a little bit left.
Yeah.
Nice. You're going to hit that center plate or we're not going home. Okay. Remember, we were driving up there and you're like, oh, 100 yards is so far away.
Yeah.
You hit them all.
Yeah.
This is much harder. So feel how easy that goes in with the slide back.
So there we go. And then you just.
Give it a nice.
Okay, come on, Holly.
That was awesome.
Turned on.
That was so cool.
That was like 6 out of 8, right? And that tiny little target,
Yeah.
right? So whatever you're doing, you figured it out. You brought them in closer. So you're just need to shoot more. You've got it. That's great.
So it's coming up around 8 o'clock and we're still shooting, maneuvering. And I have had the best time ever. So Morgan actually had me shoot at a very small target. And at first I didn't really get it. I had like everything lined up, but then it was all about squeezing the trigger and just not anticipating. Wow, I feel very good right now. I feel very good. Alright guys, so I got back in from shooting and literally had to jump in the shower because I felt so dirty with being in the dust all day. But what a day that was. It was incredible. I have to thank and give a huge shout out to Morgan and Val and Mike for taking me out for my first ever time shooting a real gun or 4. And the experience was incredible. Something I definitely would love to do again. And not to my own horn here or anything, but I felt like I took to it like a duck on water. So definitely down to do that again. I wasn't intimidated. I wasn't scared. I wasn't anything that I thought that I was going to be. I thought I was going to be a little bit of a scaredy cat about the whole thing. But actually, turns out really flippin' enjoyed it. So yeah, that has been today. So if you guys are enjoying the channel, please remember to subscribe and like. Leave me a comment. Guys, you've been crushing it with the comments, I have to say. You guys have had me giggling about yesterday with the whole trailer and the dump thing. I actually really thought the episode wasn't that great, and I actually was not too happy with it, but you guys kind of boosted my confidence a little bit, especially with all the comments back and forth with you guys. So definitely leave me a comment, and don't forget the notification bell. Also, if you are looking for Mischief Maker merchandise, head on over to www.women-wheelers.com. There will be other stuff hopping on there very soon, could be as soon as 2 days. So definitely check the website out for that. And until tomorrow, guys, who knows what tomorrow's gonna bring? I will see you later.